The experts weigh in on the 2012 outlook. The House plays Grinch when it comes to a highway funding bill, and the FHWA adopts new product guidelines aimed at helping contractors. That and more on Construction News Tracker, presented by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. The news we had been anxiously awaiting from the House regarding passage of a transportation funding bill by year's end has come to an abrupt end. Transportation Committee Chair John Mica says that because there's so much for Congress to do before the current congressional session ends, that it's highly unlikely the committee will take up the important funding bill before mid-February at the earliest. Kudos are going out from construction industry leaders to the Federal Highway Administration. The agency recently adopted new guidelines for the use of innovative products in road building projects that clears the way for state transportation agencies to use federal funds to pay for them, even if they're more expensive while contributing potential benefits. We're fortunate to have experienced construction industry watchers offer insights into key issues the construction industry faces in 2012. We asked Ken Simonson of the Associated General Contractors for his perspective on dynamics shaping housing construction in the year ahead.
Year over year, the October figures are up 7% from what was a very low base a year ago. But when you look at permits, up 48%, and starts up a whopping 89%. When you look at the commercial real estate data services that say that all markets around the country have had an improvement in vacancies and effective rents, you have to expect a big upturn in construction spending on multifamily in 2012.
Considering the apparent boom in multifamily construction, what lies ahead for the single-family housing market?
There's very little indication that single-family home construction is going to pick up.
We also prevailed upon Associated Builders and Contractors economist Anirban Basu for his insight into the issue of infrastructure spending.
As many people know, the federal government has run well over $1 trillion deficit for the latest fiscal year. The fiscal year ended September 30th of 2011. The nation is now standing on roughly a $15 trillion accumulated national debt. There has not been a new highway bill passed, and all of this really constrains federal investment in infrastructure. And in fact, the February 2009 stimulus package that was passed is beginning to run out of steam. And so one of the things that we're going to experience probably in 2012 is less spending on road resurfacing and infrastructure projects that tie in to the 2009 February stimulus package. At the state and local government levels, there are still many fiscal issues. State revenues are starting to climb now, but many states continue to wrestle with structural shortfalls facing them in fiscal year 2012. And that tells me that capital spending at the state government level will continue to be constrained. And much of that relates to infrastructure, of course: water, sewer, roads, public schools.
Key to filling our infrastructure needs will be government commitment to spend the dollars necessary to continue the nation's growth.
Clearly, the event in 2012 that would most impact the trajectory of U.S. infrastructure investment are the 2012 elections, both congressional and presidential. What we need is a Congress and a president that is willing to work together and that recognizes the importance of investing in the nation's infrastructure, not just talking about it. Because you can't drive on talk. You can't fly on talk. You can't run railroads on talk. You need actual infrastructure. Talk doesn't get you faster broadband speeds. It doesn't get you better hospitals or better schools or a better workforce. Actual investment gets you those things.
Anirban Basu, economist at ABC. Our appreciation due him and Ken Simonson for sharing their time and expertise with Construction News Tracker. And we leave you with this: he who hesitates is not only lost, but miles from the next exit. This is Construction News Tracker, watching out for the industry that makes the world a better place. We're brought to you by Caterpillar and produced by 4constructionpros.com. You can find us anytime at facebook.com/4constructionpros and share us with your friends, or leave your comments on Twitter using hashtag Construction News. As the streaming web from sea to shining sea never ends, we wish you and yours a wonderful holiday season.